Good evening. I'm Thomas Caldwell of the Aurelian Column, and this is a special report, Election 24, the end of polling. It's beginning to be that time at the end of the day, Election Day, November the 5th, 2024, and soon the counting of ballots will begin, or the counting of data, or the counting of, That's the problem. During the course of the day, there have been reports of all sorts of nonsense going on. Machines not working, tabulation systems not being the right size, ballots not being the right size. A lot of this has been occurring in Pennsylvania, specifically in counties that are working class, pro-Trump, and where people were told they had to wait for equipment to be fixed, but they had to get to work. There are other reports around the country. There's also some shenanigans that have been spotted in Arizona, Wisconsin, a few other places. But all eyes are now on Pennsylvania. There were years that people had to get ready for this election, to make sure that equipment worked, to make sure that the right ballots were in place, to make sure that registration was done. But it's looking like a lot of unexplainable problems have occurred, one of which was a county in Pennsylvania where all the USB drives used to work the machines all didn't work for some reason, and computer experts, or people purporting to be computer experts, were saying that's just not possible. That can only be sabotage. We really don't know at this point. All I can say is, in looking at all this data and looking at all these reports, it's quite obvious that it's going to be a long election counting season. But watch Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is going to be critical. Whoever wins Pennsylvania will almost certainly win the presidency. But whatever side does not win or does not accept, they're going to fight. Anybody who can see this election sees how much momentum and how much popularity Donald Trump has and how little Kamala Harris has. But at the end of the day, this is going to be fought in places that no one's expecting. A courtroom, someone's going to confess to something. But it's quite obvious that if you watch this, of what's really going on, it's not turning out to be the sort of election we had only a few decades ago. What's really suspicious is seeing the mainstream media virtually ignoring these reports, which are quite reliable. People are putting video up online of situations they're in. Election officials are going on the record on video. It's pretty hard to refute. Anyways, the ballots will be counted, and it's probably going to take a lot longer than it used to. In fact, that's a virtual certainty. The only thing this reporter can recommend is to watch and to wait and to remain calm. People's emotions are very, very on edge right now everywhere. There's a lot of anger, especially when the reports of what was going on in Pennsylvania started coming out. People were beginning to spit blood. They've had it. They don't want any more of this nonsense, which would be considered out of order in the worst of third world countries. So stay calm, stay alert, and wait and watch. That's it for the moment. I'm Thomas Caldwell of the Aurelian Column. This podcast originates at aureliancolumn.substack.com. You can reach me there. We'll be in touch overnight. In the meantime, be good, be safe, be vigilant, and remember, no matter what, clown world must be destroyed. Good night.